Hello and welcome to our video on the Report Center. Today we are going to show you how to make a report showing average rate and billing rate. To start with, we go to the Report Center, which you can open by pressing the printer symbol in the top right corner. The first section we see here for reports, we have standard reports, and then we have something called Design Your Own Reports, and this is where we're going to work today. So when I select Design Your Own Reports, I am presented with all the different fields and values we can include in our report. Today we are going to have the resource name and the number of hours they worked, how much they earned, and whether or not this transaction was billable or not. And that's all for our selection. Now we are going to work in Excel on this data. So we are going to go to the sheets and select list raw data, which means we will get in a table format. So, and that's it. Now, before we run this report, we will save a working copy, so we can make changes later on. So I save it in design mode, and I run it. Now we should very soon get our Excel sheet there. So I open it, and this is what the data looks like. So this is the raw data. So our next step is to make a template on the calculation sheet. So I go to the calculations and I paste in all my headers. Then we make a template row, which we make by copying all the values from the original raw sheet, like so. Next, we want a calculation for the number of billable hours. So I give it a name and I write a formula. Number of hours times billable. And that's it. So now we want the next step is to make a pivot table, and we will add some more calculations there. So now I just make sure we have some data to work on, like so, and I select all the columns and I insert a pivot table. Now we want to have resources for rows. We want to see the number of hours worked, and we want to see we're gonna add some calculated fields. So let's add billable hours. Now that we have that one, let's see, we just made that, so we can add billable hours. Now we will add average rate, which is earned divided by the number of hours worked. And we are going to add a calculation for the billing rate, which is billable hours divided by total number of hours. like so, and that's our pivot table. Now we need to fix some number formatting and names. So I just go through each column. Let's see, for this one we are gonna show it as percentage. There. And lastly, we need to set that our table shall recalculate every time we open it. Let's see, and I forgot to, we don't want to see those division by zero errors. Let's see, where do we find here, so that's better. And we can add some sorting, remove empty rows, and that's our very simple table. Let's see, give the sheet a name. And now we also want to add a graph. Now these values are of different types, so we don't want to have them all in the same graph. So what I do is I make a new table. I just copy it and I remove all the values I don't want, like so, and then I insert my graph and I move it to a new sheet, like so. And that's our report. So lastly, I will hide what I don't want to see, and I will remove everything except my template row. Like so. And I'll save my sheet. See, I had the working copy there, so I'll make just a new name, and we'll go to save templates, and we will have billing degree. I click properties, and I'll choose save in user-defined reports and upload Excel. And I choose my Excel sheet and save it. Like so. Now we will find, if we go to user-defined reports, we can take our billing degree and we can select a bigger time period and run it. And we will have our Excel sheet very soon. So here we can see our billing rate, our average rate, and the graphical representation. So that's it. Thank you for your time.